Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to another video here on BeamNG Drive. Back on the road Atlanta circuit with another race, and up front today is first of the new cars. The reason I sound probably overly happy for what I usually do in these videos, or just in general really, is because I'm going to see probably my favourite band of all time in a few months' time, Static X, for their most likely final tour. So yeah, I'll put you up on screen because you probably have no idea who they are, but yeah, it's well, it's for me anyway, so that's all that matters. So up front is the Hopper desert kind of version, so that roof does actually fly off. It is a convertible. In second place is the second of the new cars, the Supra off-road version. It's a wide body, but there's no wide body arches, so the wheels are pretty exposed. And in third place is the car that actually needs to win the round, the Pacima hill climb. I need to remember to actually remove the front splitter this time so it doesn't cause any issues. Although the Supra is pretty high off the ground, you still never know. That splitters, they have caused issues before. So then let's put the speed now back onto full. Okay, that's gone as well, but oh well. In fourth place is the Burnside Scout, because I remember the name of this thing now. It's the Scout, you know, just like an apocalypse car. Then at the back is the ETK K-Series CJD version. Number to comment down below which car you think is going to take victory. I've got a good feeling about the Supra. If it can survive the start, because the Supras usually do pretty good. Let's see how well it does here. And the reason this hops so far flying in front, as you can see, is because it's so soft. The line, and that's contact from the Supra, and Pacima's getting involved now as well. It's giving everything a nice shove. And now you've got these two now a bit further behind, but still giving each other a shove. And talking of shoves, the Hopper is sent around now into the wall. I know it's going to hit the wall on the front. Is it going to damage the wheel? Maybe. Although that might just be the steering. No, that wheel I'm pretty sure is bent. Oh, the Supra is eating its front wheel. The Supra has eaten the spare tyre of the Hopper, and the Pacima is about to get absolutely annihilated from behind. Okay, that's a lot of damage. I'm getting my inner Phil Swift. Okay, that is a lot of airtime, and it's going to come back down. But how much damage though has it taken? And what about the Supra though, with its now like barge board wheel? Is that going to come into effect? No, I think it's going to avoid contact with the ETK. Yeah, but about the Pacima, the car needs to win, is currently spinning onto the grass. Well, the ETK is into the lead. The Hopper's going the wrong way. That's one extreme to the other. Just all these cars. I mean, the Hopper, it has the strength to survive. Oh, now then, is this thing going to stop? Yes, it is. Awkwardly, though, which is annoying. Now, that wheel, though, it might have survived. Okay, the tyre wall's there, so I can't just loop it around like I wanted to. Come on, get in reverse already. Alright, that's you enough facing the correct direction. So, you know, back on random. The Supra is into the wall. Okay, where is the Supra gone? The Supra's got very, very lost. I've never seen a car go out here before. And does it still steer and everything? One of the you know what, this thing hasn't got very far. So I'm going to give this thing a second chance to get going again. Putting it back at the start, but it is now going to need a good run. Okay, the Pacima's going the wrong way. Let's put that back on the start as well. You know what? Let's just restart everything again. Let's just restart from the beginning. Everything is now back here. Okay, this is some very unique situations in this round. But I do now need to remove the front splitter again. Okay, I never thought I'd actually have to restart a round with everything destroyed. I want to get an interesting race still. So now then, everything now does have a second chance, although I'm expecting much of the same is probably going to happen again. The spare tyre's gone on the Hopper. The mass contact has happened once again. The Hopper once again is into the wall, or at least it now it's into the wall, and that's definitely done damage to that wheel, I would expect. And the snake of cars is just slithering once again. Okay, I'm interested in, can the Barstow hold that? It makes contact with the wall a little bit, and the ETK, is that going to plough? Oh, that's so lucky again, but I'll let it go this time. The Hopper though, that's going to reverse into the wall. The Supra is actually going to go the right way. The Pacima isn't. I can see the wheel pointing in the wrong direction. Let's put that now on disabled. And now then, let's get it going in the correct way. Well, it is faster than the Supra, so it's made of a place. So it's got that going for it at least. Let's put it now the right way around, but it might be limping though. The Barstow though is all going okay as well. The Hopper though, surprise surprise, going the wrong way. Let's put that now then on disabled. And once again, just get it maybe turn round. The Supra I see is coming this way as well. I'll deal with that in a minute. And now then, that's the Hopper now going the right way this time. So let's put that now on random again. Let's get on board now with the Supra, which for it to going at this speed, all the wheels have to be working on it still. Let's get that now then turn around. I thought it was going in the right direction. Maybe it's just been the way I was looking at it. That's a nice J-turn though from it. Can put the power down as well. And then now I can get going again. Let's put that now on this pause just to get it back now onto random. And off it goes. The Pacima though has seen better days. The ETK is only in turn 1 now, and it has literally no damage on it. The bumper's up a little bit, but that's probably actually that's not important whatsoever. One of the sides of the splitters survived on the other car at least. On the Pacima, although how the thing's going to win this round now, it isn't, unless the ETK and Barstow have some kind of altercation, which, well, the ETK is a faster car, so that's not going to happen. And it might just be a case as everything's as it is until the Supra catches up to the Hopper. It's still going faster. The Hopper can kind of do 100. It can do about 85, 86, or something like that. High 80s anyway. The Pacima, the Mighty Wing has survived, but that's probably no consolation whatsoever because everything else is completely smashed in. The Barstow, it's a bit worse for wears, but for what's important, it's going okay. Actually, it's catching up in a straight line to the ETK. That's not something that should be happening. And still though, the fight for getting out of last place, because if all the cars finish, which they probably will do in this round, the car in last place is also out along with the car that needs to win if it doesn't win the round, which this Pacima's got absolutely no way of doing that. Why is the Barstow catching up to the ETK? This thing is the fastest thing here. Maybe through the corners it's not, because the wheels on it aren't the strongest, so maybe it's just trying to protect itself. I mean, it's in the lead of the race. It can do what it wants, really. The Supra, though, I don't know what's damaged. If anything important's damaged, I don't know. I mean, the lights are completely gone, but engine-wise, I think everything's okay. I'm not seeing any smoke coming out of it. It looks like we're actually going to have the fight for the lead. Very unsurprisingly, I expected the ETK just to completely disappear into the distance since, well, it should do, honestly. But the Barstow, it's not having it. The Barstow finally actually wants to win a round. It should have won a round before, I think. They got some damage on the back of the ETK, but the Barstow, though, it's a bit wiggly because it is a muscle car with a lot of power. A turbocharged inline 6, and that's the boot up on the ETK. Giving some interesting aero balance, I'd imagine, although balance is something that the Barstow is lacking. Supra, though, still hasn't actually caught up yet to the Hopper, which is a surprise as well. Since it's a lot faster and has a lot better acceleration as well, the Pacima's just in a world of its own. The ETK, though, now, we actually do have a fight for the lead now, coming on now to the second lap, and everything is in pretty much pristine condition for these two anyway, for things that actually matter on the car. Because the back of it, the Barstow, it cripples easily, but it's not really all that important, although the fuel tank is back there somewhere in all of that. I don't actually know where. The ETK, though, looks like it's put on a turn of speed now. I've had that contact give it a little bit of a wake-up call, I'd imagine. It leads round the final corner now, and it should lead on to the second lap as well, unless something manic happens, and now it leads onto the second lap of the race. The Barstow now, though, is falling away, which is honestly what should be happening. Maybe the aero effect it brought into the ETK, maybe that's made a difference. Maybe that's actually made the ETK faster for whatever reason. Because honestly, there's no point in questioning the Beam AI. They make absolutely zero sense, and it's been a pass now for 4th place. And the Hopper's been sent straight round, and it's going the complete wrong way, of course. But the Supra, though, it does what it needs to do to survive, quite literally. Now let's get this thing turned around again. Okay, the suspension on that rear right has collapsed, which is no surprise whatsoever since that happens on all the hoppers really. Not about the limos though, it might not happen on them, but well, they're splitting off anyway, so they've got bigger things to worry about. Then the Supra is where it needs to be, in a surviving place. The Barstow is keeping up with the ETK. It's not really gaining on it though. In terms of trying to speed between these two cars, of course I'm never going to get to it, but there's not too much, about 20 mile an hour or so between these two cars. There's a bit of smoke though coming out of the Barstow. Maybe it's just trying, maybe that's probably the brakes. The brakes do tend to cook on that thing quite a bit by the end of the races it's done so far. But now then, it's gaining back on the ETK. The ETK is really taking it cautiously through the corners. Of course, it needs to well preserve itself for the rest of the lap if it wants to win the round, because the Barstow is pushing like crazy now. At least through this part of the lap anyway, through up until the end of the SS sector, it's going to be pushing anyway. But the Hopper is just in a world of its own now, and it's going to be finishing in last place. Let's be honest here, because the Supra isn't going to catch the Pacima. So unless something drastic happens between these two cars, then the win isn't going to the ETK, and the Hopper is going to be out in the next round with the Pacima. And down this straight, the Barstow, I feel like it is gaining a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's going to need to be gaining more than that if it wants to actually do anything. But it is closer to where the ETK than it was on the previous lap at this point, so it's got that going for it at least, but it's going to need to actually have a mighty shove on it if it wants to get it out of the way. The ETK, I think it's only rear wheel drive, although I'm not sure. I can't exactly test it right now, so it's going to be up to the Barstow to shove it out of the way, because if it's four wheel drive it's going to be a nightmare, but if it's not then it might be okay, although at slow speeds it doesn't put the most power down in the world, so it's not like he's going to spin it with the wheels in defence or something. You need to get it really unsettled. It's the only way it's going to be sent round. Now then, the Barstow there, it is catching up to the ETK, which through the course once again is taking it slow because the wheels probably are a weak point, although I don't really know on this car. On previous ETKs, I think it's one of the longer ones, the more like sedan shaped ones. The wheels are so incredibly weak on that, and this ETK, it usually gets crippled from behind from previous experiences of using this car. I'm pretty sure this was in the first ever round as well of this series, and there's a contact there, and the Barstow it's just completely spun itself out. Has it actually spun itself around? It's taken itself onto the grass and now it can't stop because the brakes are cooked, and that's contact into the wall. It had a go. Props for trying, although that has just now gifted the win to the ETK. The Barstow though, it should still get back on track in second place if it can get itself going. It is going to go in the right direction. It's going to get back now onto the road, and no, it's going to go the wrong way. Okay. Oh no, the Pacima. The Pacima. Oh no, I can't do anything about this now. There's going to be huge contact between the two of them. And that's probably destroyed the cars now. It's going board now with the Pacima, which is just been completely stopped dead. Okay, I'm going to need to the Barstow was the one that caused that, and my keyboard's not working again. Great, love it. Right, I just have to pause that, get my keyboard working again. It's even come up on the screen now, device not recognised, so I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just decided, you know what, I don't want to work anymore. So then, let's just get hold now of the Barstow, and well, that deals with it. Although I've broken the drive shaft, that was completely my fault. So well, that's flattened the roof. It removed it though. It did that. The Pacima, I don't even know where that's going. You know what, Barstow, off you go. You can survive that. That was on me. I'll let you go on that. And now it makes more contact with the Pacima just to shove it out the way once again to get back into. Oh, the ETK is already finished, by the way. Just so you should know that. So yeah, that's going to be that's the Pacima definitely out now anyway. And it's off the road. Well, unsurprisingly since you got shoved off by the Barstow, which usually I give a car a second chance if it does horrifically. and if it's my fault for leaving it, but that was definitely my fault, so even if it doesn't win the next round, it's perfectly on it. It's fine just to carry on as normal, although it's already smoking again, surprisingly. Now then, here comes the Supra now, to make a move up now into second place. The Pursuer's just keeping way out of the way now, because it's been honestly destroyed by the Barstow, and so since it's out, it just has to get around really. But the Hopper, actually no, that's not going to catch, let's be real. It's not fast enough to even attempt to even think about catching up. So now then, the Barstow got a few more corners now to go. It's going to come around now in second place, which it was where it was going to be really anyway. Let's be honest about that. I thought it was going to go the right way, that's why I didn't do anything. And then my keyboard stopped working, so I didn't have time to do anything about that. So yeah, technical difficulties, so either way, this car, the Barstow, it survives in, well, pristine condition with asterisks next to it, because this thing was flattened by me. Is it going to make contact though with the ETK? No, it's not going far enough. But now then, where's the Supra? It's going to get around, it's going to get through into the next round as well. The back of it though is in a fairly interesting state. I think the rear bumper's in there somewhere. Actually, did this have a rear bumper? Never actually looked. Now then, round the final corner. All the wheels though survived, which is the main thing on this run anyway. Forget the last run, that didn't happen. Now then, let's put this now on disabled as well, on stopping, and how quickly is this thing gonna stop? You're gonna take yourself off to the side as well. Actually, okay, the Hopper did actually catch up in the end to the Pursuer, and is now eating it. That's mounting. That's how cars are made. I think anyway. Right in the world of BeamNG, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of Phil Swift. The Hopper though, it's going to get through it into the next round now, because the Pursuer, it's in last place, and it was the car needed to win anyway. And I'm pretty sure it's dead. It has to be dead. And now then, the Hopper. This thing needs to actually get round to the finish now. No way did I actually think this thing was going to get through. After it ended up in last place anyway. If it stayed in the lead for a bit longer, and maybe we got taken by 1 or 2 cars, then yeah, I had every thought it would get round. If you look at it from this side, you take out the hood, and the fact that it's wonky, it's perfectly fine on the left side. Then you look at this side, and this side is the exact opposite of fine. The rear of the car's not having a fun time, because that suspension's already broken. And the Pursuer, it's dead. I'm not surprised really, that was one hell of a whack that it took from the Hopper. Which I honestly thought I'd never be catching up, unless the Pursuer must have already been run out of fuel or something. The fuel tank's in the back, so maybe it's overheated or something, I don't know. Now it's got to wait for the Hopper to actually get around the final corner. Come on Hopper, you can go quicker than this, maybe? Well, you mean you can't, but you can. If I was driving it now, I'm saying it now, I'm calling it, there's at least probably another 10-20 mile an hour speed in that thing. That's just not being used by the AI. And now then, it's coming up now then to the finish line. The Hopper though, it is going to get through into the next round. I said that way too early because I didn't even know the finish line yet. You know, 23 miles an hour. It's going just above the crawler roll as well, so if you had going 2-3 mile an hour slower, then it'd have been out for going way too slowly. But either way, it's through into the next round, and that's really all that matters, this thing. Right, so I'm going to drive this. Attempt to drive this, I should say. It was doing 22 with the AI driving it. The speedo's not updating, that is a problem. It's not doing 0 mile an hour. Can I get it through these cars? Okay, that's a clip on the rear, but that didn't take out actually anything important, I don't think. Can I get this thing turned around now? I'm determined to see how fast this thing actually goes. Just the speedo ain't updating. 31. It was doing 31. Okay, that's already proved it. It was already going faster. So then, the car to look out for now in the next round is the ETK. This thing, it was cautious on the round, but it made it round and it won. That's all that matters. Remember to comment your thoughts on this race down as well. I didn't honestly restarting a race and something I never thought I'd ever have to do, but it gave us a much better race than what we probably got to have for the first attempt. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below as well. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They'll be linked down below in the description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.